It's Em, the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet and Crafts Tube video. And like promised last time, I have more than one project to show you. And it's more than one craft. Let's get on. Let's start with the project you already know, because I've been showing it for the last few Crochet and Crafts Tubes. And that's the Ever Change sweater. Sort of, there it is. And the bottom part is finished. I only need to sew in this piece of yarn because I left a little too much of it, but all I need to do is just to make a sew here. It's like a secret sew stitch. So the ribbing is done and all the bottom part of the sweater is done. It is more or less the length I want it to be, so I really didn't need to stitch anymore. So now I'm doing the sleeves. I started with one, and as you can see, it's not crocheted in the round. The first few rounds were in the round. Now it's rows, and every few rows I make a decrease. That's what it says. I am on row 45, I guess. And I really wish I could tell you how much it is in the pattern, if it's like a half, a third, but the way the instructions are put, it's weird to me. I haven't really understood them, because it feels like the smaller the size, the more rows the sleeves have. And I don't know whether I'm reading it incorrectly or what's happening. I really don't know. So I'll need to pay more attention next time I crochet the sweater, because I really don't know how long the sleeve should be. I mean, sure, I can just crochet to the length of my arm, remembering about the ribbing at the end of the sleeve, but I really can't tell you how many rows more it should be. And it's just one sleeve so far, so also it would be nice to know how many rows I should make, because that's then much easier to crochet the other sleeve. And the yarn I'm using is this color. It's this color, so it's like a turquoise color. I have 6 balls of this color. They're quite small balls, but this is the first one I'm using, so it is possible I'll only need like 5 of those, but on the other hand, I might use this color for the neckline as well. So it's good that I still have quite a lot of it. So that is the sweater. Then I continued with the Twisted Roots scarf, and yes, it is really long. I have to say, I was pretty sure that I had much less left to knit than I have, so that was a little disappointing to find out. Also, it took me a while to start knitting because I lost a knitting needle I was using for this shawl. Luckily, I bought circular needles for another project I'm going to show you, and I moved on to those because, at least for now, There are two different sizes, the ones that I need for the other project and for this one. And I was really surprised to find out I'm quite comfortable with circular needles. I remember when I was starting this scarf, I had a lot of trouble trying using circular needle. It was really uncomfortable. Everything just went all over the place. But this time it's going maybe not very smoothly, but it feels actually more comfortable than using long needles. So I'm quite happy about that. So what I have left is about 3 repeats, most probably. I haven't finished the repeat yet. I think I did about 10 rows, maybe 20. No, not 20. 10 rows of the pattern since when I stopped. I did join the new ball of yarn because it came, so I have it and I can continue doing the scarf. So yeah, I still have quite a lot of work in front of me with this scarf, more than I thought it would be. But surprisingly, I haven't forgotten much from knitting. And like I said, I feel quite comfortable using circular needles, so it should go well forwards. And the last project that I have to show you is part of a gauge swatch for the Sassenach Cushion, which starts Wednesday 23rd of February. And I'm using 2 of the colors I'm going to be using. This will be my background color. This will be, I don't know which of the colors. The pattern uses 6 colors in total, not the gauge swatch. The gauge swatch only uses 6, but the pattern itself uses 6 colors. As you can see, I have 2 pairs of knitting needles. Like, maybe you can't see that well, but I am. And it's really weird. But this is the preferred method of the designer. She said you can use 1 set of needles, but they should be 150 centimeters long then. In this case it's 80 centimeters, so it's quite good. Surprisingly, I don't have too many problems with changing the colors. I mean, as you can see, there are some weird stitches here and there. I'll see later when it comes to the gauge if it's the way it should be, if it's too small, because I don't think it could get too big. I usually do things very tightly, so it would be much more possible if I was doing a little too small of a gauge swatch. So for now everything's going quite okay. At first I didn't understand how to connect the 2 sides. Now I do, so it's going quite well as well. And I mixed up the pattern a little bit, but it doesn't change much. The overall result, it just won't be as symmetrical as it should be, but this is for learning purposes as well. And I have 12 rows of the gauge swatch. I think there are 40 in total, so I need to finish it by Wednesday the 23rd and keep my fingers crossed that everything's fine and the size is correct. Otherwise I'll need to do more gauge swatches, and I'll start the overall stitch along, or knit along, sorry, knit along later than everyone. And it would be nice to actually do something at the same time as everyone else, at least for once. But yeah, these are the projects I'm working on, and I will kind of be working all 3 of them at the same time because I want to finish the sweater, I want to finish the scarf, and I want to keep up with the knit along. So it is possible that I'll be doing 3 projects all at once. So the next few Crochet and Craft Tubes might be a bit more interesting than the last few where I only had the sweater to show you. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. Comment down below if you want to say anything. If you want to see my progress and be notified every time I post, please subscribe to the channel. I also post cross-stitching projects on my floss tube playlist. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!